Not even a week after your wedding day, you're diagnosed with breast cancer. This month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and one La Crosse woman is sharing her story to encourage others to do their self-exams. Now, News 19 Marcus Arsvold has this unbelievable story. So, Marcus, talk about in sickness and in health right out of the gate, right?
Yeah, no honeymoon phase for Kirsty and her husband Michael, because 3 days after their wedding day, she noticed a lump, got it checked out, and at only 28 years old, had to make a drastic decision. First, Kirsty Balduzzi's walking down the aisle.
I mean, it was crazy to go from the happiest day of your life to one of the scariest days ever.
Then she's preparing to have both breasts removed.
To have to put your husband through that too, and we were just both so happy, and then now we have to completely flip our lives and put our focus on what should have been us being happy newlyweds to dealing with a huge health issue.
Doctors couldn't give her a reason, and after surgery, learned it had spread to her lymph nodes.
You know, no one in my family has ever had breast cancer. All the genetic testing came back negative, which basically just tells me that this was just completely random, is what it seems.
But since she's young and healthy, they recommended proton therapy, a new form of radiation that pinpoints and kills the specific cancerous area rather than traditional radiation that could damage other organs.
I tried to be active throughout the entire time. My husband and I would go on walks, bike rides. I tried to eat as healthy as possible during all of this, and I really think that helped me feel so much better and not have those really crummy days.
Her husband Michael drives her back and forth every day to Rochester, Mayo. It's the closest hospital that offers proton therapy.
You gotta appreciate the time that you got. You know, most people go 40 years before something like this happens to them, and we went 72 hours.
The biggest lesson he learned is something he already knew.
She's a warrior. She didn't let it affect her in ways that I would think somebody would.
As for what's next for the Balduzzis, it's leaving cancer and 2020 in the rear view.
Once all of this is over, we're hopefully gonna try to go on a honeymoon at some point and try to get back to where we left off about a year ago and try to live our newlywed life with not doctor's appointments every single week.
Such strength. After her last proton therapy day is October 27th. Then it's on to the honeymoon planning from there. Heather, keep in mind, she kept working this entire time. She says her work was super understanding, and she's grateful because she's got a lot of medical bills now.
Wow, can't even imagine. So are they worried about it coming back?
Of course, it's kind of always there, but she'll still see her oncologist for the first 3 years. But if it stays away for that period of time, then things are looking good that it won't come back at all.
All right, well, best of luck and love to her. Marcus will have to make sure to follow up and find out when she rings that bell when her radiation is done. So he's got to get a video somehow to share with you at the end of the month.